All right, we will get started. Thank you for joining us today with Life and Living Now. And we'll get started with our Qigong session. As always, we like to kind of gather our thoughts, gather our feelings, but I also want to, as we go through our standing meditations, whether we're working here or here, or doing bear hall, holds ball and back, what we do with our mind has a lot to do with the quality of our Qigong. Remember the three internal harmonies. The first is heart and mind together. And so you want to keep your mind into your heart. You can also focus on third eye, but especially for the Qigong, you want to keep your mind kind of in your heart. And even as you go through your day, that you're working on having both mind and heart in harmony, working in tandem and sync with each other. And that will also find its expression in your deep breathing and making sure that your heart and your brain are working together so that you're not still in fight or flight mode or in elevated stress that a lot of times we find ourselves in. So the brain is producing chemicals, neurotransmitters that relate to stress and adrenaline. Whereas also with the deep breathing and engaging the vagus nerve, parasympathetic nervous system, you are calming. And so you want to be able to unify both that heart and mind. And then mind leads energy, mind leads chi. So when you're standing in the meditation, one thing you can do, we've talked about this before, is sometimes I'm just breathing into the lower dantian and I'm just condensing that, imagining a ball of energy. And I want you to continue to do that until you could feel this ball of energy and then build on that as well. Another way to use your mind, and sometimes you'll hear me going through small circulation, and sometimes we'll do that with the hands pumping or just standing in meditation. But when I do that, inhale, I want to lead energy up my spine, across my head, and the exhale, I can send it down the front. That way I'm kind of getting this elliptical surge and river of chi, so that it's going up the governing channel and coming down the conception channel in the front. Another way of looking at that is that yin kind of runs from center and runs out, kind of runs down the length of the arms, and then comes up on the back, comes back down on the back side, and then the energy comes up through the yin channels on the yin, coming back to the lower dantian. So when you're standing in meditation, whether it's standing like a tree or holding the ball, you can also just imagine leading that energy down the inside of my arm, up the fingers, around, down the backside, coming up through the inside of the legs to the lower dantian. And that'll complete the meridian cycle. That way it'll give you a good chance to kind of connect with and harness and enhance the energy flow that runs through the body. So it's another way of looking at this. So, BJ, you back with us? Yes. All right, so as we stand, and you can choose when to do this, but right now let's kind of just connect our thoughts, connect our mind, body, breath. So hands lower dantian. As you breathe in, this time do focus on the lower dantian with my deep diaphragmatic breathing. The inhale, I'm pushing belly out. Exhale, I want to imagine that ball of energy condensing and becoming brighter. So inhale, exhale, focus on the lower dantian. Bring yourself into present moment awareness. Let go of any extra thoughts. Just focus on your breath, focus on the feeling from lower dantian. Then just step out. I then drop hands to the side. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Just kind of turn, let the hands just move. Toes are facing forward, knees are slightly bent. You can also turn to look behind you, and it'll help with the spinal turn. Now come up to lung one. Bring the hands back down again. Slow it down. Bring the feet just so they're right up under your shoulders and just bounce. Release all tension, release stress. Kind of bounce into your heels. Anywhere you feel tension, just let it go. Slow it down. Come back to center. Just once again, feet under the shoulders, hands at lower dantian, just stand and absorb. So between the shaky, nerve endings are now firing, energy starting to move. Just feel that and absorb it. Put your mind in your heart and in your body. Be able to feel. Nice deep breaths. One more. All right, now just float the hands up as you come across. At each movement, we want to have awareness and meaning. So while I'm doing this, my mind is connecting between the energy in my hands and the energy in the root chakra with lower dantian, the sacral chakra, solar plex, and heart. The other way is mixing fire and water, because you have kidneys on this side, heart. Now split heaven and earth. You kick that hip out a little bit, a little more stretch on the fascia. Exhale, come down center line, come up. Nice, good stretch. You can also, as you come to your stretch, go up on your toes. When you're doing this, still make sure that you have the elbow is back by your ear so that you're really engaging that shoulder and upper back line. Press, come up on the toes. Any new movement, we engage more of our mind with this. So once you practice, then you go back to just feeling. Any of these movements, you engage not just your eyes, but your heart as well. Last one. Come down, lower down chin. All right, hands locked together. I just want you to look behind you as if you're stretching your neck and you're looking way behind at a point about 10 feet behind you. Inhale, exhale, look the other way. When you notice tense or tightness in your neck or in your back, feel it and then let it go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When you turn, you can push your hip out a little bit forward so you feel more of a turn. Not to change. You're not changing. Not leaning over. I'm just pushing out just a little bit so I can feel that stretch. One more time. Back to center. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Looking at men's end. So feet go a little wider than shoulders. Come up through the center line. Come around, keeping the palm relaxed, but as close to pointing towards the ceiling as you can. When you feel tension in your body, relax it, move through it. And just put your mind, put your heart into it. You can do two at once. Bringing it back down to one. You can switch. We're going to the outside. Now we can go to the inside. You take it as slow or as fast as you want, but be mindful. Like if you have shoulder issues, you might find right here it hangs up. So just allow yourself to work through it. The body begins to anticipate pain when it knows a certain position is going to trigger it, and learn to relax through that. We become both at the same time. But you only move in ways that you feel comfortable. If you have a shoulder injury, continue to work with it until it's healed. And go back to doing the outside. I can go one to the inside, one to the outside. When I learned this, it was also, there was a significant portion where you were just moving. It was just a free form pattern. Really no pattern. All right, bring it in. Hands over lower down chin. Compressing. Now, I want you to roll the hands. So as the hands come back, it's like we're kind of doing like a train. But the fingertips, as you run up, point towards you. And when you breathe in here, imagine I'm leading energy up my spine. And then as I roll forward, fingers pointed out, imagine as I exhale, I'm bringing energy down the front. This is a small circulation. Inhale, I'm leading energy up from the base of my spine, up over my head. Exhale, I'm bringing it down the front. Another way of looking at this is I go through each of the energy centers. I just feel and acknowledge them. So root, sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, third eye, crown. And then bringing energy right down the front. Drop hands to the side. Stand and absorb. Now with this flow, palms are facing towards the back. I'm going to drop my knees. Hands come up. As I float down, I press the chest out. So inhale, exhale. Almost as if we're skiing, but very relaxed and flowing. All movements come from lower dantian. They originate there where your energy ball is building. A little more advanced is always keep the palms, the hands with little finger and thumb slightly extended opposite each other. So you create this conclave and you activate the point in the palm of the hand, the mouth thumb part. So when I do this, I feel a lot of heat, tingling energy right there in the palms of my hands. One more time. Now, imagine energy ball and just pulse a little bit where you feel the sense of magnetism between your palms. Then inhale, you spread until you're at the limit of your feeling. Exhale, bring it back in again until you sense that feeling between the palms of your hand. Just kind of pulse on this chi energy. You can roll one hand up, one down, span left top to bottom. So you should feel energy from lower dantian as well as energy with your palms. Drop the hands, float the hands up, float the hands down. Good deep breaths, harmonizing your energy, keeping your mind in your heart. Bring the hands up, bring them down, Real simple. Say hello to Jessie. Hi, baby girl. Go lay down. All right, stand and absorb. All right, we'll go into lungs. So lungs, imagine good white, bright energy in the lungs. Inhale. Remember, you're going to resonate all the energy centers coming up your spine. This is my inhale. Hold the breath for about 2 seconds. Turn the hands over. Exhale. Scan the body down again. Inhale, come up. So your root, sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, third eye, crown, breast, hold. Turn the hands over. Repeat. Crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plex, sacral, root. Roll the elbows back so that you're feeling this line, so that it lines up with your ears. Bring the hands out to the sides. Connect the thumb and the index finger. This is my inhale. Exhale, open the hands, spread the energy. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down, bear holds fall, connect the thumb and the index finger, especially for this exercise because we're working on the lungs and the lung meridian pairs with the liver meridian. So lung meridian kind of starts lung one, as it reaches more towards the surface, is about here. It comes down, runs along to the thumb. Large intestine starts at the tip of the index finger, and it runs up along the up along the back or along the outside of the arm up here. It eventually runs up over and comes up this way. So by connecting the index finger and the thumb, then we're also connecting the lung and the large intestine channels. One more deep breath. Now we'll move into the water element, which is the kidneys. Hand goes over the lower dantian. I'm going to go scoopy with my left. So come down low, gather energy, spread the love. Inhale, exhale. So you can step out a little bit more if you're more comfortable. And when I do this, I want to feel gently, but I want to feel this intention to spread, open the joints of the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, as I come down. One more time with big circle. So you're getting in touch with all this. Now, short, just to the waist. My exhale. Inhale. Now when I do this, I'm coming through I'm on my left hand. My left hip will kind of extend out a little bit more. As the hand turns over, then the hip and the elbow come back together at the same time. And it's my hip. Once this is set, it's my hip that moves. Now come right up center line, 2-finger sword. Keep the knees slightly bent, stand and absorb. Switch hand, left hand at lower dantian. Right hand now goes deep, picks up energy from the floor, bends out, use the hip to come back. All right, now shorten it just to the waist. Remember, this is my inhale. Extend out. This is my exhale. One more. Now come up, 2-finger sword, right up center line. Come down, stand and absorb. And I swap the feet in just a little bit, so you're right about shoulder width. Now at this, I think I'm just a little bit, maybe half a fist more than shoulder width. My feet kind of a little more pigeon-toed as I drop. I'm not bending over, I'm more dropping my waist and pushing my butt back. But I'm pulling energy up and I want to roll my spine. Because of working kidneys, you should also feel this little tightness right here along the area of the kidneys where then the body kind of compresses that. So come in, roll the spine up, from right up to chest height. The shoulders are down but not hunched. Come out. Inhale, exhale. If you're following with colors, kidneys are blue. Imagine your kidneys, this brilliant, healthy, deep blue. If you're using sounds, the water sound is joy. Joy. My joy with a CH. So feel your body, your mind's in your heart and spreading through your body. Unified mind, body, and breath. Feel the expansiveness of this and the contraction. Bring energy up. Release energy outward. One more time. Now, stand bare held fallen back. So, you're holding head just the same as you did in the front. Do it in the back. Stand and absorb. Feel your presence, feel your body, feel your energy. Note how mind is in sync with breath. Mindful of the breath, every intake and exhalation. Mindful of the body. Mindful of the sensations and the energy. All right, break from there. Step out a little wider than shoulder width of your feet. We're going to go into liver. The liver, deep, healthy green, down to but the liver and gallbladder meridians kind of run. One runs from the inside, comes up along the outside. Liver ends right about here. Gallbladder continues and goes up over the brain. So, then bring all this energy up, highlighting, harnessing, maximizing, becoming aware of that energy. Exhale, send everything away. Breathing in, good, clean. Release any used energy. Bring in good, clean. You can let this resonate along crown chakra, head and shoulders. Remember, your gallbladder meridian runs back and forth across the head. So highlighting, enlightening, becoming more aware of those meridians. One more on the other side. Walk the feet in to underneath, so they're by shoulder width. Come out, turn to your left. Look at the left palm. It's going to trace the line of your arm, the inside of your arm, of the right, and moves past it. Now you're going to shift your attention to the energy resonating from your palm to the underside of your left hand till you get to the fingers are pointing to the elbow. You're going to come down to the right side. Imagine I've got an energy ball moving out pressing out. Left hand flattens, goes forward. Right hand pulls back, palm up across the chest line. Comes back, and then we repeat. My mind is on the palm and the energy. Traces down the inside of now my left. My left now traces the inside of the right. Picks up energy ball, presses. Right hand extends out, left hand turns palm up, puts back along chest line, and we rinse and repeat. For me, this is my inhale, exhale, inhale, nice and slow, exhale, inhale. One more time. Bring everything down. Feet right up under the shoulders. Go to standing like a tree. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're dropping your tailbone. You want to make sure you're not sticking it out, or that obviously I'm over exaggerating, but I'm not pressing in. I'm just dropping that tailbone. Knees are bent, shoulders are dropped, elbows are flared, not out here. That's just going to be shoulders. You want your skeleton to support and the muscles just to hang off of the skeleton. Now, this is a good time to do, as I was first talking about, take a good inhale. As I lead energy from lower dantian, I'll lead it down the inside of my left arm, lead it back up the outside of my left arm, bring it down my back. I'll bring it around and up the inside of my left leg to back to the heart. I'm leading now with another breath to the inside of the right arm, coming down, coming up the outside of the right, coming back to the shoulders, coming down the back, wrapping around, coming up the inside of the leg, and then it switches. So you're tracing yin and yang channels and direction of flow. Once you get accustomed to this, you can put your mind on both arms at the same time and both legs. And then I just imagine for me, I am enlivening, becoming aware of, and enhancing the energy in the meridians on the inside of my arms, outside of my arms, down my back, across the glutes, hamstrings, coming across to the front, coming up the inside of my legs, back to the lower dantian, and then repeating the process. breathing pattern can be what you want, and eventually I advocate for just releasing the breathing from this and focusing on using your mind to lead the Qi. But initially, when we're training this, my inhale starts with lower dantian. As I exhale, I'm sending that energy down the inside of my arms to my fingers. My inhale, as I'm leading energy back up the outside of my arms across my shoulders. Long exhale, as I send energy down my back, glutes, hamstrings, calves. Inhale, I bring that energy back up the inside of my legs to lower dantian. If you find in your mind you're rushing, then take a moment, settle it back down, be present, no tension, no time worries. Past, present, future exist right now, only the present. All right, drop the hands, come down. Float the hands up, float the hands down. Feeling the energy centers. You're also shifting back to traditional Chinese medicine, triple heater. I'm looking at upper, mid, lower, mixing fire and water. All right, let's go into heart. So 2 with heart, cloudy hands. 1 hand is at chest level, focused at the heart. And the mind, you're trading energy from the heart and the palms. Other hand is floating through space, picking up energy. Drop to lower dantian. And back to heart. Third eye. Connect your third eye in the palm of your hand. Come back to heart. Bring the hands down in front. Float the hands up. Breathe in. Float the hands down. Breathe out. Connecting with the energy centers. You are the energy. You don't just have the energy. You're not just feeling energy. You're actually feeling yourself. You are the heat. You are the fire. You are the energy. Remember, you are also nature. Hi. Lady moves the shuttle. So I'm going to come up as if I'm doing high block with a push. This is my exhale as I push away. Inhale, left hand's going to run. Right hand turns and palm up, pointing towards the elbow. The left hand now comes to push. Right hand rises and pushes away. Inhale. Exhale. The arm movements will actually become very slow if you're taking really good deep breaths. One more time. So if you find yourself rushing or wanting to rush, it's just adrenaline, your mind, slow it back down, stay in present moment. Bring hands down to the front. Press the hands. So we have Wuji posture, but bring the palms so we're facing down. My elbows are bent. They're not rigid and locked, they're slightly bent. Little finger and thumb are spread out opposed to each other, activating Lao Gun point in the palm. Now, walk out so you're a little past shoulder width. Hands come up, right to heart level. Diamond mudra, press out. Extend. Palm across by stomach and spleen. Drop down, not by bending over, but pushing your butt back. Lift the energy up. Bathing in that energy. Gather, come up. To heart, press out. Raise the elbows. Gather energy through stomach and spleen. Drop down to earth. Pick up. One more time. Now, just walk the feet in so they're under your shoulders. Hands, diamond mudra. We'll stand here for the standing meditation. One more deep breath. All right, good. That leaves us in with stomach and spleen. So inhale. Exhale, push all out, double hands. Gather. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips back. Right, I'm bringing energy in and I'm sending energy through stomach and spleen, meridians and organs, clearing out any stagnant energy. Using good fresh energy. One more time, the double hand. Now, right hand, lower dantian. Left hand comes out, gathers, takes energy, replaces the right hand, and met that energy into lower dantian. Push out, grab energy, take it in. One more time. Standing meditation for earth energy. Feet are forward, knees slightly bent, elbows side, shoulders dropped, fingers laid out, cocked at an angle, 45 to the ground. Little finger and thumb opposed to each other. Pull the toes back a little bit so that you engage kidney 1 point, sole of your foot. Once you do all that, stand and absorb. Drop the hands down. Full body, bring them out to the sides. Inhale. Balance your entire system. This time turn to the left. Gather. Face the front. Come down. Turn to the right. Gather. Face the front. Come down. To the left. To the right. One hand lower dantian. Bring one hand up. Deep breath. Bring it right down the center line. Exchange. One more time each side. Bamboo sways in the wind. Bring feet together. Interlock hands for lower dantian. Just stand and absorb and feel the energy. Often when we're doing this, what I'll feel is a swirling at the base of my spine and then kind of goes up my spine. I just feel the swirling motion. You may or may not feel the same. Anything that you do feel, just feel it. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it. Just experience it. You can follow it. You can feed it. You never push chi. You lead chi. Remember, this is your energy. You are the energy, but you control the energy. Hands. Thank you much. Glad you're able to join us again.
Yeah, I made my call and I kind of kept it short. And I'm like, look, you're going to approve showings. You're going to let people in. She goes, well, there's trash everywhere. I said, I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you gotta let people go in. You know, you can't tell them they can come on. I said, you know, this one guy I was telling you yesterday, according to the agent,